I live right behind them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, tell me about them. I mean, how did you know them, or what did you know of them?
What did I know of them? I knew uh, that they've been here a long time, that they're a nice family. They are sometimes a little bit fiery, um, and that they were always really nice to me. But there was, on occasion, could be heard some yelling and screaming from the house.
That's probably what you mean, but I'm wondering when you say a little bit fiery, what do you mean by that?
Um, well, it it was, obviously from what you guys know, Phil had a little bit of a temper, and I think his son had a little bit of a temper, and it was a tough household to balance.
When you say that you heard maybe some shouting and stuff, was that like the wife and husband, or do you think it was the dad and son, or?
I think it was everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris wasn't a very well adapted kid, and I think he was just socially maladjusted, and it was a difficult situation to have a young boy who just didn't really fit in and got picked on, and
Yeah.
he was a sweet kid, though.
Yeah. Did we had heard something that he like went to boarding school for a year or anything. Did you know what his schooling was like?
Christopher?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he had a tough time. He didn't fit in here at Boulder High, and he went to a school up in Carbondale, I know, for a little bit.
Okay. And what school was it?
CRMS, Colorado Rocky Mountain School.
Okay. It's just a regular high school? Or
Yeah, it's a boarding school,
okay.
but he didn't last very long. He lasted like a month or two and got kicked out of there.
Oh, do you know what he got kicked out for?
No, I tried to help him get in there, and I think it was a little embarrassing for them when he got kicked out.
So do you know where he went after that?
I don't. He went away, got sent away somewhere else, and obviously he graduated because he was up at CSU for a little bit.
Uh-huh. Do you know, was he just home on summer break right now, or?
Chris kind of stayed to himself, and he was a pretty dark character walking through the neighborhood, so he just, as I said, he had a hard time kind of adjusting socially.
Yeah.
Just had a hard time relating to people. But he was a sweet kid, he had a good heart. Just something in his chemistry, his brain chemistry didn't enable him to fit in, you know what I'm saying?
So did you just know them neighborly, or did you guys do things together or anything like that?
Well, I worked over there sometimes, but not on a social basis, but
Yeah. What did you do in terms of work?
just maintenance on their yard.
What was he like a little bit too? I mean, was he a pretty
What was
nice
Phil
guy?
like?
Phil, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he suffered from some of the same issues that Christopher suffered from. He just, he was moody.
Yeah.
He was a great guy, though. Every time he came by me, he said hello, and I'm getting married in the fall, and he would always stop and wish me well and say how happy he was, and he was just a super guy. But he's a hothead too, because like I said, all I can say is that he was a really nice guy to me. He had a lot of heart problems, and he was not long for this world as it was. He had some major heart issues.
Do you know what the issues were?
He had some surgeries, and I think he had some pretty major blockage, and he told me several times, I'm going over here,
Sure.
that he wasn't supposed to be alive still, that the doctor said he should be dead with a heart like his.
And did you know Liz well?
As well as I knew all the rest of them, yeah.
Yeah. What was she like?
Again, same thing. I think she was a really nice gal. She used to have a lot of dogs, and that's how we became friends, because I have a lot of dogs, and she would be around the neighborhood with all her dogs all the time, and to me that says anyone who has dogs is usually has a pretty good heart. She loved gardening, spending time in her yard. She was just always outside working in the yard.
You think she was a little bit of a hothead as well, or not?
She was quick-tempered, but again, with me, she was always nice.
Yeah.
But I know she could, on occasion, get pretty upset pretty quick.
Right.
But, you know, it's like everyone has their little quirks, and no one ever judged them for that. That was just the way they were.
When you heard what happened, I mean, were you still pretty shocked, or?
Oh, absolutely. I was crying. It was very sad. It's kind of a looky-loo type thing today, and
Yeah.
you know, all the neighbors are still in shock, trying to figure out what happened and why. And